Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the live stream. Um, I definitely do want to apologize about the last video that I did. I kind of botched it up, and plus, I wasn't sure if I was going to get a copyright violation, so I went on ahead and took down that video. So this is going to be a second attempt of creating the last live stream. So, if you guys would like to know more about the information about what I'm about to pull tonight on tonight's live stream, you can always check the link down in the description below, and that should pretty much tell you exactly where we're going to be at with this. So, if you guys are new to the channel, I have not yet got a chance to get subscribed, go ahead and hit get subscribed and be sure to press that wonderful bell icon. So, therefore, you guys will be notified each and every single time I live stream. And that actually does go to help support the channel, by the way. Definitely, I'd like to give a very big special shout out to all my moderators, all my viewers, and all my new subs, and everybody else who's subscribed to the channel. I definitely want to thank you for that as well. But anyway, I do have the chats open. If anybody would like to join the chats, all is welcome as well. Please be respectful to myself, my moderators, and all my viewers because negativity on this channel will not be tolerated at any given time. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and dive on into the second attempt of the video I'm making tonight. So, as I was I was going to show you guys something on the last video. Evidently, I was too busy, really busy trying to edit the video. Um, I kind of screwed something up, so I figured I'll just go ahead and delete it and start fresh. So, if you guys do have an Apple iPhone, you guys happen to see the Apple TV here, again, you guys can actually purchase movies, play certain video, or not certain videos, but get a whole list of movies and stuff here from comedy to horror and everything else. Everything is all in alphabetical order. So if you guys didn't know about that, now you do. um, and just to kind of give you a little bit of a rundown on this, you can also use the Apple TV as a remote if you have the app installed. You guys can also use that if you have a TV that's made by Apple. You can go into your Apple store and I will show you guys exactly where to find that. Apple TV remote. As you guys seen, I use my audio text for that. Apple remote. So we're going to tap this right here. Apple TV should come standard. So if you guys are looking forward to getting the remote to their iPhone or iPad, this is what it looks like right here. It's also compatible for Apple TV, Netflix, Hulu, Prime. So there's where you can find the app for your Apple TV. If you guys would like to know more about certain apps and stuff like that, for example, you guys can also check the stock market. It's if that's your cup of tea. You also have Apple News on here. which I'm sure they're probably going to want you to pay for the subscription, stuff like that. But it now say you have now let's say if you have an app installed in your phone and somebody deletes the app, I'm also going to show you guys exactly how to go about recovering the app that was deleted. So first of all, you're going to want to go to your Apple Store and you're going to want to look for where it says purchased. Once you see the purchased item, go to purchase history. Or no, not purchase history, I'm sorry. Click on your apps and it should be right up here at the very top. So if you guys have any questions about that, feel free to ask. Now, if you have some purchased apps that have been deleted in the past, same thing still applies. Press and hold, wait for that window to pop open, go to your purchase menu, and now we're going to go to purchased apps. Now, let's say if you have let's say a subscription runs out on your Apple device, like for example, Hulu or YouTube Premium. Now, say you want to get the premium version, you could do this from PC, or you can also do this from your iPhone. So if you get the YouTube Premium, this right here eliminates all ads. This is a paid subscription, $20.99. So by the time taxes figured in with this comes out to $22.46. iCloud with 50 gigabytes of storage. You guys can actually up that to whatever storage amount that you want. But just note for the records that your that your iCloud storage can range up to about $100. So be careful of what app or what version you pick. So if you actually make a mistake on that, it's going to be kind of difficult to go back unless you contact your provider and they could select the correct one for you. But you'll be billed for that the first installment. So after all that's said and done, after the first month, if you want to reduce it, just take your phone up there to your provider, or you can just downgrade on your phone. So that right there will help you save money as well. Now I'm going to show you guys some other apps on here. Well, obviously you got your clock, but we're not going to go to the clock one. Now, if you have an app that's all shaded out, it looks like it's kind of grayish, like your weather per se. Don't worry, I'm going to show you guys exactly how to fix that and fix it the correct way. Some people, okay, this is going to be pretty much, I do not recommend doing this because it's not going to help the app. Some people will go into settings, they will scroll down until they find whatever app it is that they're looking for. They'll click on that and it's just going to sit there and continue to load. So now if you're wanting to fix the app, what you want to do is go to your Apple Store, okay? And up here on the top, you're going to find your search bar, weather. Okay, this one here is standard for the iPhone. Now, if you see this app and it has this cloud icon right next to it, the same row to it, just go ahead and press that cloud icon. And all you got to do is just go right back to your home screen. Wait for this app to finish downloading because you're overriding the automatic download with doing it manually. So after that app is closed, after that app is done loading, you just restored your app and you can use it once again anytime you like, even 4 or 5 times on Sunday if that's your preference. So I probably don't get very many questions. You got your App Store, then you got your Apples. Okay. Now I'm going to show you the difference. Now you have an Apple Store here, and this is your App Store. This is where you can get all your games and stuff on your phone. Now, if you go over here to the Apple Store, so if you happen to see where it says update, just go ahead and press that. If you're not signed in, you're going to have to sign in, put your Apple password in here. But if you're already signed in and it doesn't show that you have anything specific, because Apple is connected directly to iTunes, which I don't think personally it's worth having to pay for twice. So always keep that in mind if you don't want to put apps and stuff in your phone. Because Apple at one point in time, from my understanding and the way that I understood this, Apple said they were going to try to break away from iTunes, but that's not the case. Now, if you have an Apple Watch, you guys can always link that directly. These two. Oops. This one right here. It says fitness and watch. These are both connected directly onto your Apple Watch. All you got to do is set up your. Oops, wrong one. All you'd have to do is go in here, go into setup, start pairing your device. But this one here, battery's not even charged on this one. But there could be some type of questionable statuses here. Now, this also controls your heart rate and stuff like that, which that could potentially be a HIPAA violation. Human Intervention Privacy Policy Act. You guys can pick different faces for your Apple Watch. Nothing too fancy, just it is what it is. But these are the watch displays that you can change over. You do that anytime. And basically what this does, this uses your Bluetooth. Apple Watch user guide. Let's see. Get to know Apple Watch. Apple Watch user guide, and it also has, of course, even your Apple Watch will even have an app store. So let me turn this way, guys. I'm not sure if you can see this very well, but for some odd reason, hang on a second. I think I know what the issue is. So if you're on your Apple Watch, you can download apps directly from your phone onto your watch, like weather. You can download you don't have to download GPS because that's already installed on your Apple Watch if you actually do have one. Health. This controls everything here. And again, like I said, this could be a potential HIPAA violation. So all signatures are not legitimate. Or not signatures, but all license user agreements are non-official documents because they do not require a physical signature, which I think that they should. You also have podcasts on your iPhones, maps, wallet. So now if you have Apple Pay and you want to go pay for an item, but you don't want to get your card or anything out of your wallet, you can actually use your wallet for Apple Pay. So you can basically make the payments directly from your phone onto an Apple Pay scanner. So how cool is that? Now, if somebody else has an iPhone and you have an iPhone 14 or 16, all somebody else has got to do is put their phone next to yours, which this could be a safety, which basically could be a privacy issue because they take two iPhones, they can put them together, they can swap information. So be careful about that, by the way, because there's a lot of scammers who will go out there and scan your phone or scan your pocket just to get credit card information and stuff like that. So that's kind of a little bit of a PSA for you, public safety announcement. Scammers basically will stop at absolutely nothing to stealing people's money. So always be careful of that. Always make sure to change your password on your card. And of course, over here in your widgets, you got your passcodes. Definitely check out all your passcode information because this does have access to this right here does in fact have access to security. I'm not going to open this one here. Deleted, Wi-Fi, codes, stuff like that. Passkeys, not going to go into there. So that's always something you definitely want to make sure that you're being fully cautious of. Music, you guys can get Apple Music on there as well. So go to your library, or your library will look something like this. Not exactly this type of music, but whatever your preference is, your Apple Music will be stored in your library. I'm not going to play any music on here because this is all copyright. You guys can check out your playlist. You can create one. Check out the artists, albums, songs, and downloaded content. So if you have a favorite song on your iPhone, you can always download that and make that a permanent, and just basically make that permanent to your playlist. And something else I did show on my last live stream. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. If you are going from a dark spot into like a well lit up area, you don't have to press anything button wise. As you can see, my hands are not touching any of the buttons. Your phone will start to dim down. It's really showing on my end. Not sure if it's showing on your guys' end or not, but now I just minimize the brightness. Now check this out. again, automatically, and my hands are not touching any of the buttons. So if you go from a dark spot to a well lit up area, the brightness on your iPhone will automatically adjust itself. So therefore, you don't have to do anything to your phone. And you can see it's still dropping. Now let's say you want to maximize your brightness and not even touch your phone at all. I'm going to show you something here right now. Hey Siri,
Mm-hmm.
maximize brightness.
Okay, this is as bright as it gets.
What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? You can also do the same thing with your phone battery. You can also do the same thing with the volume on your device as well. So you can adjust all that all hands off. Hey Siri,
Hmm?
reduce my volume to about half.
Media volume set to 50%.
Okay. And here it shows all volumes. Hey Siri,
Mm-hmm.
maximize brightness.
The screen is already as bright.
No, I did say maximize brightness. Let's try this again. Hey Siri,
Hmm?
maximize volume.
Okay, I changed it.
As you guys can see that Siri does respond, but now with this new update, when everything gets switched over to iOS 27, Siri is basically going to have a whole entirely different makeover. Right now, it's only set for like 5 different Siri responses, but now when iOS 27 gets released September 14th, it's going to go from 5 to 7 different styles of Siri responses. So let me know what you think in the comments. If you like what I'm actually doing here, feel free to hit that like button, smash that heart button, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Because I've got some more stuff on here to show you. Now let's say you're in a meeting and you want to take down notes. I'm going to show you where your notes folder is. So it's right here. You press this one. Welcome to notes. Of course, note to self. Create quick notes anywhere. So your device actually does a lot more than you think it does. So let's go ahead and hit continue. You can also delete notes as well. Call with technical support. Get your delete option. So when you pull up your notes and stuff, you can always swipe left and there'll be a delete icon to the far right. Just go ahead and press that and you can just delete any notes that you don't want. Now you can also go in and view any attachments. If you have like photos or something like that added to it. Photos, maps, and other items added to your notes appear here. Okay, so I'm just gonna opt out of that. And here's plenty of other options that you got that go with it. You got your tags, created, edited, shared mentions, checklist, attachments, folders, quick notes, pin notes, and locked. So it comes with a good variety of different things. You can also enable everything on there if you like. Recently deleted, so if I accidentally delete something and I want to restore it, no problem. I just click on one, and I can also recover it. I have no idea who wrote this one in here, but I'm going to go ahead and get that one out of here. Delete. Let's see, selected notes. Okay, notes by dates, group, etc., etc. So I'm going to edit these, and I'm going to delete both. So now I have nothing in my notes. So if somebody's giving you like an address or a phone number or a set time, like say for instance, if you have a business meeting set up or if you have one scheduled, you can also use Siri to add stuff to your notes. You can also check your battery percentage just by using Siri. Like per se, hey Siri,
Mm-hmm.
what's my battery looking like?
Battery is at 48%.
And the way, you can also use Siri to basically tell you jokes and stuff like that. So if you want to know a joke, this is a Siri joke of the day version. Hey Siri,
Hmm?
tell me a joke.
A scientist and his assistant were on a camping trip. In the middle of the night, the scientist woke up his assistant and said, "Look up at the sky and tell me what you deduce." "Well," he replied, "astronomically, the millions of stars tell me the universe is vast. Horologically, the time is approximately 3:15. Meteorologically, I believe that the weather will be fine and clear. And you?" The scientist replied, "I believe that someone has stolen our tent."
So any joke that you ask Siri to tell you, it's basically going to come at you random. It's not going to be the same thing repetitively. It's going to be something different each and every single time you ask Siri to tell you a joke. Now, if I had my phone sitting right here, and I'm going to show you how to change Siri responses. So, for example, Siri, nothing. Siri, Again, nothing. Now watch this. Hey Siri.
Uh-huh.
She only replies if you say, Hey Siri. So now to change your Siri responses, if you want to do that, come over here to your settings menu, scroll down until you see Siri. Okay, now you have a lot of stuff here. Siri responses. Let's press here. Prefers spoken. Let's go up here. Top middle one, or well, just basically automatic. Or no, prefers spoken. You got 3 different options to choose from. That's not where I was wanting to go. Sorry, my mistake. So let's see here. The one that you're basically wanting, basically what you'd want to do is go to where it says talk to Siri. And these are the 3 options you have to choose from. You could say Siri or Hey Siri, or just go to where it says Hey Siri or disable it altogether.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
And I'll reply back that with a simple no. But also, one other thing, most people probably don't know this, but over the about not even a year ago, Apple got themselves involved in a class action lawsuit because Siri was actually listening in on people's conversations and replying back. So Apple had to settle out. They agreed to settle out of court $90 million settlements to those who actually had iPhones, but those were set back in I think 2023 or 2024, somewhere in there. But we'll talk about that another time. And another feature that also does help come very handy, by the way, swipe left, scroll down. There's your battery percentage. And I'm not exactly sure what this is at the bottom. Oh, apps and websites. Okay. So a lot of stuff like this is basically going to probably be switched over during the next update. But then again, like I said, when it comes to Apple devices, iPhones, watches, stuff like that, the iPhone is always going to, or not the iPhone, but the Apple Watch is going to be a few updates behind. And I did tell you guys that I was going to do an update, but I'm going to have to pair my device and go from there. So you don't actually have to have your you don't have to have your phone or anything plugged in when you go to update. And if you guys would like to know what an Apple charger looks like, or Apple Watch charger, I should say, I've got everything all in a major clusterfuck here, guys. So my apologies for the inconvenience. I'm going to go ahead and plug this in because I never showed you guys exactly what Apple charger looks like. So today I'm going to make you today I'm going to make you guys a day here. There's no plug-in, there's no outlet for your Apple Watch to be plugged in and charged because you don't have any open ends. So this is a magnet. This will sit at the very bottom. Just like that. And by the way, the Apple Watches are also IP68 water resistant. So if you swim, you can basically swim up to 15 meters for about approximately half an hour. So when you plug your Apple device in, right now it's showing that it's got a dead battery. So we're going to let this charge up for a little bit, guys, and go from there. And that's probably the first video I ever made where I actually took my watch off. So once everything is up and prepped, once this thing turns on, I will show you guys exactly how to pair an Apple Watch to your iPhone. So if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, or anything like that you'd like to add, feel free to comment on that if you like. But this is something I think that I can definitely educate you guys on if you guys ever do happen to wind up getting an Apple Watch. They are very expensive, by the way. They can cost anywhere from $530 all the way up to $800. But if you get one, it will automatically come with Apple or Apple Care. And the bands, you can switch the bands out. You can get different styles of watch bands. So there's a button on the back you press in and you just slide it either left or right and they'll just pop right out. And also, if you have one that's got a red band around it, that means it has its own built-in LTE network. So you can actually use that to call people. It's not connected directly into Bluetooth. Now they actually have them to where they don't have the red band around the crown. So if you get one that does not have a band around it, then that does not have its own built-in LTE network. So which means you can still make phone calls and stuff from your watch, but you'll have to be connected to Bluetooth. And all Apple Watches are compatible with via Bluetooth. So there you go. So I know for a fact there's going to be probably quite a few updates I'm going to have to do with this. So I'm also going to make this part of my content. So if you guys don't know how to do this, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it and how to do it correctly. So So you can either set it up to where you can wear it on your right wrist or your right arm or left arm. Everything's going to be coming up here before the stream ends. So we got about 20 minutes left. And evidently this is not charging. Actually, yeah, it is. Now, if you happen to see it do this here, not to worry, it's letting you know that it is charging. So this should kick on when this battery starts to improve. So, and by charging your Apple Watch, this could take probably about 20 minutes to half an hour, roughly, depending on how long you've had it off the charger. If it's completely dead, it's probably going to take a little bit longer than that. Probably about 35, maybe 40 minutes. Hopefully it doesn't take that long, but if it does, hey, it is what it is. There's really nothing to pairing an Apple Watch to your phone because I'll show you the pairing. Let's see if I can actually do this. Wait a minute. Let me turn my camera so you guys can see this. So tap on the Apple Watch icon. Start pairing. Now, the two at the bottom says set up for myself or set up for a family member. Set it up for yourself. No worries. But if you guys would like to know more about the Apple Watch, you guys can always come over here, click that little icon right there. That'll show you a video. Your power button is down below. And this one that protrudes out the side, that is the crown. Simple basic instructions. And of course, you're going to have to set up a password for your Apple Watch. And right now, it says searching. And if you plan on making a phone call from your Apple device, I'm going to show you something that you are going to need for that, because without them, you're not going to be able to make any calls to anyone. You're definitely going to have these to be able to call out. Without them, if those aren't connected to your watch, which they're also Bluetooth capable, that's what these are. If you get the box like this, there's a button right here. You'll press and hold for about 30 seconds. That should pair up. But this one here, I've been having issues with this one. So I'm probably going to end up having to get these replaced. You can also use the same charger from your iPhone to plug into here as well. So if you have these out and this is not connected to here, this base will charge both of these at the same exact time. I've had these in my pocket for a while, guys. And unfortunately, they do tend to quit working. Because the vast majority of the time, the connectors will get corroded. And that right there will cause it, that light there in the back, not to turn on. I've had these for, I've had these for about 5 or 6 years, if not longer. 7 years. And if you get like dirt and stuff down here like this, it's very simple to fix. Easy to clean. There you go. Just use a toothbrush and get that shit cleaned out. All that is just basically dirt. That's basically all that is. Yeah, these are not exactly working. And if it does happen to rain outside, you don't have to worry because those are waterproof. So they're not going to stop working the moment they get wet. Ladies and gentlemen, we also have Carol in the chats. Welcome to the live stream, Carol. But maintaining all your Apple products can in fact be or that could be a task and a half. So over a period of time. Oh, and I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you guys something about the Apple bands. These are very different, as you can see. God damn. As you guys can see that there is a loop right here. I'm gonna show you guys how to basically put your Apple Watch on if you don't know how to do that. So the first thing you're going to want to do is, not sure if you guys can see this or not. Let me put it over here in the lit up area. So what you're going to want to do is push that guy right on through there. Press and hold down. And this goes right into that hole and it pops up out into the other side of your wrist. So now when you have your Apple Watch on, that's what it looks like. So again, if you guys have any questions about an Apple Watch, feel free to ask. If there's something I can help you out with, absolutely fantastic. I'm willing to help you guys out as much as I possibly can. Pricing. I'm going to tell you something about Apple Watches. Again, if you see that red band going around the crown, that means that it also has its own built-in LTE network. Now, if you have one that does not have that red band, that's only going to be functional by Bluetooth. So I could travel anywhere in the world. If I have this on my wrist, I could leave my phone over 4 or 5,000 miles away and I could still make phone calls just from this. But I actually have to have my Bluetooth earpieces in to complete the Bluetooth circuitry. I mean, it's not like you're going to be able to, you're not, if you do happen to make a phone call on there, you're not going to be able to talk out because the thing about Apple Watches are they don't have built-in microphones, unfortunately. So that's the only minor downfall about having an Apple Watch. But the AirPods are 100%, they're legitimately waterproof because when they're manufactured, they're actually nano coated. So if any moisture gets inside of it, they're not going to short circuit. But make no mistake, also, it's very rare that something like this ever does happen. But somebody said that they actually had a pair that, boom, exploded. Something like that would be very, very, very rare. Now, when you have your AirPods in, now when you go back over this way and you have your Bluetooth your earbuds connected, they'll be right here in the same little category here, right next to your battery, and that will show you exactly how much battery power you have in both of them. It'll show the left one, and it will also show the right one. Now, when your battery gets low, you'll hear a chime in the back, or you'll hear a chime in your earpieces. It's time to take them out, slide them right down into that base, close that lid, let them charge. So how cool is that? And now if you have your AirPods in, you can just take your finger, tap them twice, and you'll start to play music in both earpieces at the same exact time. Just take one finger and you can tap. You don't have to tap like really, really hard. You can just barely just go like this, just barely do a simple tap. And about the second tap, music will start playing. So whatever type of music you have already in your library, that's the type of music that'll be playing. So again, now if you plan on now, oh, I forgot to mention something in my last live stream too. And I almost forgot again. So here's now back to Apple Apple movies, Apple TV movies and stuff like that. Now let's say you want to let's say you want to purchase a not damn it. Let's say you want to order a movie. Let's say if you want to buy one. You don't actually have to buy one. You can also rent movies on here too. Like Maximum Overdrive. You can I've already bought this film. So let's say you want to purchase a film. Okay, so renew Apple TV. You can play them. You can also rent movies on Apple TV on your device. So if you don't have one already on here and you want to purchase one, they are purchasable. But you got to have everything set up for that to happen. That's the only downfall. You can rent or you can purchase, whichever you choose to do. You can play a free episode, but if you play any free episodes, just to give you fair warning, fair heads up, it might contain ads. You can also go into your Apple TV settings, scroll all the way to the far bottom. Or no. How did I do that? Oh, go up here to your profile at the top. Click on your little profile icon. You can also change Apple TV settings. This will go right into your Apple TV. And of course, you're probably going to have to sign in if you're not signed in already. So basically your Apple TV movies and stuff like that, you can rent them or you can buy them, whichever you choose to do. But renting it, it's going to continue charging your account. So best thing to do on that behalf is if you want to get the movie, just go ahead and buy it outright because all that stuff is connected directly into your Apple account. So there you go. So hopefully this does help you out. If it does, let me know in the comments. And if by chance you happen to have another Apple device, or if you're looking to get like if you're looking to purchase another device, I'm going to show you I'm going to show you one quick thing that you're definitely going to want to do. And your phone provider, no matter who it is, they're going to tell you the same thing. So what you're going to want to do is go up here to find my phone, continue, enable notifications. So now if your phone comes up lost, or let's just say you decide to get a new phone, simple. Go into your settings, click on your profile picture, and right here, find my phone. Always make sure that that rocker icon right here is off. If you don't want to share your location with anyone, shut that off. If you have, now this is what's going to come standard. Now, if you are out and about and you're calling for a new iPhone, make sure that your Find My Phone is your phone icon is off. This is on. This is enabled. So it says Find My Phone, Find My Network, send last location. You don't have to worry about these two at the bottom, but just basically up here at the top, you can disable that. But once it's disabled, you'll be able to get your phone replacement very easily. So if you have insurance on your device, they're going to tell you the same thing. Be sure to turn off the Find My Phone location. So again, I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do this on stream. So going to unlock your phone, go to your settings, click on your profile, scroll down. You don't actually have to scroll down. And it should allow you to just shut that off. Now, the thing I like about iPhones is the fact that it does come with facial ID and passcode, facial recognition. Now, switching your password is very simple to do. I will show you guys how to do that on the next live stream. So that will probably be sometime this Tuesday. So if you guys would like to know how to do that, let me know in the comments down below. And I will make that video possible for you guys to see. But also, very last thing before I sign off, let's talk about podcast. So you guys can check out different podcasts and stuff like that. Yep, that's home videos. Let's go library. Nope, that's news. Don't need news. So let's go to search. So I'm sure these are different types of podcast stuff. I'm not sure what this is. So search. Okay, so your podcast will be right here. Now to podcast. Or new to podcast, it's going to have a question mark. That's always going to be a number one given on any type of phone. So if there's anything you see on there that you have that catches your attention, be sure to press it, check it out. And if you guys like the podcast, let me know in the comments section or feel free to drop comment chats. But anyway, I think that's going to be it for the night, ladies and gentlemen. I definitely do want to thank you guys again for coming to hang out with me here in the chats. And if you guys missed the live stream, you guys can always catch it from the very beginning. And I can show you guys some new stuff. Well, not new stuff, but show you some things that you probably didn't know about your Apple device. But again, this is my second attempt because the first time I listened things out and there were some things that's copyright and I didn't No, my account was going to get struck with copyright violation. So that's going to be it for the night, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I definitely do want to thank each and every single one of you for coming to hang out with me here in the chats. Also, if you guys would like to follow, more stuff on my Instagram, let me type this out very quick and I'll show you guys. So if you guys would like to know more about where you can find me, you guys can find me on my Instagram page right here. You guys can take a look through most of my stuff here. This will pretty much show you a lot of stuff that I've actually done on my Instagram profile and photos. But you'll probably have to send me a request. It is not open to the public. I do have that set as a private account because of obvious reasons. So again, definitely check me out on my Instagram page. I'd give you my Discord, but right now my Discord is not fully functional. I'm obviously having some sign-in issues with my Discord. So I'm probably going to make this a weekend thing to being able to sign back into my Discord. So anyway, I definitely want to thank you guys again for being a part of the channel. Big shout out to all my subscribers, all my new subs. Big special shout out to you guys as well. Big shout out to all my viewers. And guys, I think we're pretty much 3 videos away from hitting that 300 mark. So again, if you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and get subscribed for more content. And be sure to turn on all those beautiful bell notifications, so therefore you'll always be able to stay up to date, be notified, and much more of the times that I live stream. I do upload videos 3 times a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays from 8 o'clock p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But there's been times I've been cutting my videos at right around 9. Depends on how many people I have in the chats. But anyway, it is what it is at the end of the day. So again, be safe, stay sharp, stay frosty, and most of all, stay vigilant. Until next time, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.